right, Noah, I forgot to start the video, so you're kind of getting in partway through our lesson. And we're starting to talk about graphs in math, and specifically today, we are taking a look at picture graphs. So we're going to continue on with this. Up here it says,
build a picture graph with a scale of 5.
So we're going to use the information for each one of these teachers. The number of cans is over here on the right. What does each can represent? 5. So what are we skip counting by? 5s. So if I go back over here, how many cans do we need to show for Mr. Ruiz? So let's skip count by 5s.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, stop.
Okay. What about Mr. Clark?
30.
30. So let's skip count by 5s to 30.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, stop.
Okay. What about Miss Jones?
30.
30 again there.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, stop.
Okay. And Miss King?
25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, stop.
You made a graph for how many cans were recycled in 1 week. Now let's look at 1 month.
Ooh.
This table shows how many cans were recycled in 1 month. Look at the numbers in the table. Then determine if each statement is true or false.
Okay, so if we look at this first one,
They are all even.
True.
is 0 an odd or an even number?
Even.
It's an even number. Do they all end with a 0?
Yes.
So are they all even?
Yes.
So that makes this one
True.
true. They are all odd.
No.
True or false?
False.
They all end in 0.
True.
They all end in 5.
False.
All the numbers are even, and they also end in 0, just like when you multiply by 10. Use
Okay.
the table to build a picture graph with a scale of 10.
What are we counting by? Tens. So, Mr. Ruiz, how many cans do we need to get up to? 70. And again, what are we counting by?
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, stop.
Okay. What about Mr. Clark?
50. 5.
Oh, what are we counting by?
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, stop.
Miss Jones,
80.
80.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, stop.
Miss King.
50. 10, 20.
Oh, what are we counting by?
10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Stop.
You sounded like a duck.
You made a graph for how many cans were collected in 1 month. Now let's look at the whole year.
Oh, boy.
This table shows how many cans were recycled during the whole school year. Look
Holy
at the numbers in
moly.
the table.
What?
Then determine if each statement is true or false. They are all even.
True.
Why are they even?
Because there's 0 in the ones.
Right, 0 in the ones place. For all of them?
Yes.
And 0 is odd or even?
Even. Because no one gets none.
They are all odd.
False.
Are any of them odd?
No.
No.
Are we going to put them?
They all end in 0.
Zero, zero, zeros, zeros.
Yes.
Okay.
They all end in 5. These numbers are even, and they end in 2 zeros. So you can use a scale of 100 for this data.
What do we skip counting by next?
Build a picture graph with a scale of 100.
So here's my question to you. If we're skip counting by 100, how many cans will Mr. Ruiz have in this in this picture graph? How many cans will there be for Mr. Ruiz? Based on that and that. Reese? There would be 5, she says. If we skip count by 100s 5 times, is that 500? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So 5 cans is what we need to show. All right. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Okay, how many cans do we need to show for Mr. Clark then, everybody?
3.
Let's skip count by hundreds. 100, 200, 300. All right. Miss Jones, let's skip count. How many cans will there be? 6. So let's do our skip counting. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. How about Miss King?
400.
Okay, 100, 200, 300, 400.
The school year ended, and each class recycled hundreds of cans. This table shows how many coins were collected from each fountain. Build a picture graph. First, choose the scale that works best for the data.
Should we skip count by 2s?
No. 5.
10.
5.
No, yeah, 5.
What do you think? We have 25, 30, 15, 40, 10. So would 2s be good? No, because when we skip count by 2s, those are even numbers, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on. We don't get 5s in there, do we?
No.
What if we skip count by 5s? 5, 10, 15, 20. What if I wanted to skip count by 10s?
No.
Now, what would be the best choice for our 2s, 5s, or 10s? Okay. I wonder why it lets me do that, but it won't let me do that. Oh, is it going to? Okay, so if we skip count by 5s, where are we stopping for musical? 25. Let's skip count. Oh, it's not going to now. Okay,
It's just like it codes on my
here we go.
That's straight off.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right, what about crown?
30.
30. And what are we skip counting by again?
5.
Okay, here we go.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Stop.
Jewel?
15. 5, 10, 15. Stop.
Moonlight?
40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Stop.
Stop.
Rainbow?
10. 5, 10.
Stop.
This table shows how many packages of space food the astronauts ate on their last mission. Build a picture graph.
2s, 5s, or 10s?
10.
Why?
Because that will be the easiest.
Because they all end with 0. So does that make it easy to skip count by 10s?
Plus, if we did 5s, there wouldn't be enough.
True. Okay, notice we're going from the bottom up now.
From the side to this side.
Okay, so number of chicken packages. We have up here 30. And we're skip counting by,
10.
let's skip count by 10s, stopping at 30. 10, 20, 30.
Stop.
What about cereal?
10.
How many packets will we have there?
1.
Just one? 10?
Stop.
How many pictures of packages for fruitcake?
30.
Oh, how many pictures though?
3.
3. Okay. 10, 20, 30.
Stop.
Beef hash.
20.
20. So how many pictures will there end up being?
2.
Just 2. 10, 20. We don't need the noises,
The
friends.
table shows how students voted for their favorite zoo animal. Choose the best title for the data.
So look at the information over there and think about what that is telling us.
Scariest class pet. Favorite class pet. Scariest zoo animal. Favorite zoo animal.
1, 2, 3, or 4. I see a unanimous 4. Favorite zoo
Favorite zoo
animal. Oops, hit the wrong thing. Were we correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What is true about the numbers in the table?
Okay, so looking at the numbers here.
They are all even. They all end in 0. They are all odd. They all end in 0 or 5.
So 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'm seeing that you say they are all even. 4 even. 0 even. 6 even. 6 even. Do they all end in 0? No, that's omitted. They are all odd? No, none of them are odd. They all end in 0 or 5? No. So we definitely agree they are all even.
Use the table to build a picture graph with a scale of 2.
What do we skip counting by?
2.
Because each smiley face is 2 votes. So how many smiley faces will we have by the lion?
7.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So 7. What about the bear? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There will be 5 smiley faces there. Otter?
8.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 8. Kangaroo?
3.
2, 4, 6. All right. So you said how many for the lion?
7.
How many for the bear?
5.
The otter?
8.
And the kangaroo?
3.
Students from each class brought in cans for a food drive. Choose the best title for the data. Cans recycled.
Is that a good title for this?
Favorite food. Cans for food drive. Favorite teacher.
1, 2, 3, or 4. Don't look at what other people are choosing. They might not have the right number of fingers up. This is what I'm seeing. Cans for food drive? Correct.
What is true about the numbers in the table? They are all even.
Yes? No?
They all end in 0.
Yes? No?
They are all odd.
Yes? No?
They all end in 0 or 5.
Yes? No? I'm seeing yeses on this last one.
Use the table to build a picture graph with a scale of 5.
Okay, each can is what? Or each picture of a can is what? 5 cans. What are we skip counting by then? 5 cans. Mr. Ruiz, we're skip counting up to 15. 5, 10, 15.
Stop.
Mr. Clark, what are we skip counting up to?
20.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Stop.
Miss Jones, up to 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Stop.
And Miss King, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Stop. It's like this. Keep going.
That's slow. Why is it not?
It's going on. It's like it froze.
Yeah.
It's just about it. The screen's not
Okay, well, we're going to call that lesson done.
Wait, do we get it?
Now, what we're going to do. We're going to look at these pictographs. They're also called picture graphs. So either pictograph or picture graph. They both have pictures on the graph. This one has cheese, and this backside has tomatoes. So I'm going to hand it to you on the cheese side. We'll start there. Go ahead and get your name on this.
Can I show them
In just a minute, okay?
Okay.
All right, so it says at the top, say cheese, reading a pictograph. Giovanni sells cheese at the town market. Look at his sales record below and answer the questions. Note, each cheese in the pictograph stands for 5 pounds. Pounds abbreviated as LBS, period. Okay, so 5 pounds of cheese. So what will you be skip counting by on this one? 5s. Look at question 1. How much goat cheese did Giovanni sell? Go ahead and answer that. and then write your answer on the line underneath 1. Everybody write down how much goat cheese Giovanni sold. Okay, look at question 2. What kind of cheese was the most popular? We're going to answer that question first. So looking up here, can you tell which one was most popular? Write down the type of cheese that was most popular for 2. And then write down beside that, on that same line, how much was sold of that most popular cheese. Question 3. What kind of cheese sold the least? Write down the name of that cheese. Do you have the name written?
Yep.
Okay, there's another question that we're going to answer for 3. How much more cheese does Giovanni need to sell in order to make it equal to cheddar cheese? So look at what cheese sold the least. How much more would Giovanni need to sell to make it equal to the amount of cheddar cheese? Can you figure that one out? Okay, question 4. Hold on, go back up to 3. Think about what they're skip counting by, friends. Each one of these is what? 5 pounds, right? So if you're comparing the one that's the least, that's the one that has the fewest pictures, right, to cheddar cheese, this would be 5, 10, whatever it is, you're skip counting by 5s. So you're not putting how many numbers of cheese pictures there are. So you're counting by 5s on each of those. Okay, now, number 4. How much feta cheese, do you see the feta cheese? And mozzarella cheese, do you see mozzarella?
Yes.
Did he sell in total? Do you know what they're asking you to do for those 2?
Add them.
Show me what you need to do to find the answer for how much feta cheese and mozzarella cheese Giovanni sold. Remember, you're skip counting by 5s for each of those. Okay, then 5. If all the cheese, we're talking about all of this, if all the cheese cost $2 per pound, how much did he earn today? Now, friends, remember, look up here. This is 5 pounds. This is 5 pounds. Each pound, though, each 1 pound is worth $2. But this is 5 pounds. So how much is this, piece of cheese worth, money-wise? It's 5 pounds and it's worth $2 per pound. 2, because there's 5 pounds. So this pound is $2, this pound is $2, this pound is $2, this pound is $2, and this pound is $2. So if you have 5 pounds of cheese, how much money would that cost? $10. So now in our minds, are we skip counting by fives anymore for these? No. What are we skip counting by for each one of those?
10.
So let's do that. 10. Let's go across the mozzarella. Let's see how much money he made in mozzarella cheese. 10, 20, 30, 40. Now let's keep counting on. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Now let's go down to blue cheese. Still counting on. 110, 120, 130. Let's go down to feta. 140, 150, 160, 170. Are we done? No, we have goat cheese left. 180, 190, now 200, 210, 220. So how much money did he earn by selling all of that cheese? $220. So to write $220, do we need a dollar sign? Yeah. And then it's $220. Okay. Everybody have that? Let's go through then, because we didn't go over the other answers. For the goat cheese, how much goat cheese did Giovanni sell? We're counting by fives, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So Giovanni sold 25 pounds. Did you abbreviate pounds or did you even label it?
Yep.
What kind of cheese was most popular? Cheddar. And how much cheddar was sold?
30
30 what?
pounds.
Did you abbreviate, did you label it? And then you can abbreviate pounds?
Yep.
What kind of cheese sold the least?
Blue cheese.
Blue cheese. And how much more blue cheese does Giovanni need to sell in order to make it equal with the cheddar cheese?
15.
Right, 15, not 3, because we're skip counting by fives. That's what I kept telling you. So 5, 10, 15 pounds. Oh yeah, more pounds.
Can you fit 15 pounds more?
Question 4. How much feta cheese and mozzarella cheese did he sell in total? Feta and mozzarella. 40 what? 40 pounds. And then we did 5 altogether. Okay, now what we're going to do is flip it to the back side. And I'm going to partner you up to complete the tomato fest side together.